Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and I hope you're all having an amazing end of your week. It's been a great day here at Allegory Gallery. It's a beautiful, well, it's not so beautiful. It's beautiful to me. I like the rain. So it's been raining here most of the day. And it's been a little bit chilly, a little chill in the air, which is great for me as well. I don't like the heat. So I hope you are enjoying your Friday and your, start to the weekend. Should be happening for most people, right? So we have a number of things here today to show you. We're going to be showing you some vintage plastic, some vintage resin. We have some African trade beads that we have in. We have some new Pewties to show you. We have some Peruvian ceramic strands that I don't know if I've ever shown you before. And if I have, then maybe some of you haven't seen them yet. So we have a lot of new stuff to show you. We've been working on, I say new, most of this is not new. Most of it has been stuff that sat on a back shelf. And we're training someone for front of house here. Her name is Becca, to help us out once in a while. And she loves counting things and sorting things. And that is exactly what we've needed to help get all this stuff sorted. So we're working on sorting lots of beautiful things out for you. I have shelves and shelves of things that sometimes we bring things in for kits and don't use them all, or sometimes we, usually we show you most of our new inventory that comes in here on these lives. Some of this stuff arrived before we were even doing these lives most of the time. Especially 5 days a week. Some of these things, like I said, came in for kits and we never used them, or we used part of them. Some of them come in and kind of get stored away. Just, they come in at the wrong time, they get caught up in a cleaning process, and they get put on a shelf. And so we're pulling things out and trying to show you all these good things here now that we're finally getting to. And I think you're going to love them because we have found, I think, some goodies for you all today. So let me know how you're doing out there. We don't just like to chat and just to show you things. We like to actually chat and know how you're doing. We like to be in touch with the community out there. If you are not part of our group on Facebook, please go out there and join that group. I know I've forgotten to put up, I don't know if Andrew did it over the day here or not. I forgot to put up the album for the Halloween kits. I know some of those went out late, so we're a little delayed in getting the album out there for you to add your creations if you've made anything yet. But don't hesitate, because you don't have to put them out whenever the album debuts. You can put them out anytime. So I know some of those kits are still on their way to people. And we're working through them as quickly as we can. So I apologize for that, but we will get the album up for all of you to put things in there if you already do have things made, all right? So I'm gonna try and remember to do that tonight. I have it in my to-do. We'll see if it happens. And yeah, so lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. I have not sorted out items from Laura Lunsford Trunk Show yet. So if you did not get an invoice for that, that is correct. You should not be looking for an invoice for those yet. But I will get back to everybody. Like I said, I say this every time, but I know some people watch different videos. So I just want to say it again. I probably won't get through that until the end of the weekend or the start of next week, when we'll sort all that out. So don't worry about that. And what else is there to say? I don't know. How are y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? Yeah, it's been a crazy day today, but like I said, we've been unpacking and doing things. Now, some of these things I'm going to show you, you may have seen before if you watch these videos, but a lot of them are going to be new to everyone. Because like I said, some of these were stored away and we've just had them sitting around for a while. So if you're out there, say hi. If you're on Facebook, we hope you'll share this post and like our business, Allegory Gallery here. If you're out there on YouTube, please subscribe. And please also share with your friends and let them know that we're a place that you can get quality components for a good price. That's what we try to do for you all. When we have a great, when we get a bargain, so do you. And I think some of these that are coming up, you're going to love them, I hope. If you like vintage things, if you like the vintage, especially the vintage resin and the vintage plastic and the vintage lucite I'm going to show you today, some of them are really fun. But some of that vintage stuff, especially that resin and plastic, is super colorful and super, just playful and fun. So if that's your style, I think you will really, really like these. Some very unique things. And yeah, I hope you like it. Donna says, it's a beautiful, sunny, mild day here in central Alabama. That's nice. I'm kind of thankful for the rain. I like the rain today. It definitely did not bring a lot of people into the store, but we got a lot done. So that's really good. It was a good day to do some working through some old stuff. So yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know through this video. I will try to answer them. Andrew is also on here that he can possibly answer things if I cannot or if I don't see your comments. And we're going to take you through, we're going to start with some Peruvian ceramic beads. These are not the little animals or the little critters that we sometimes have. These are actual round beads with large holes. And that's what I said. I don't know if I showed these to you before. I can't remember if I did or not. So we're going to check them out today. And that's what we're going to start with. Teresa saw 20 turkeys crossing our road today. That's great. I have very fond memories of being at my grandmother's house. And my grandmother, once the weather started getting cold, my grandfather always did corn. He planted corn in the fields. He had kind of two fields. One was for people, and then he planted field corn for the animals, because my grandmother, once the weather started turning and getting colder, she would take 2 5-gallon buckets, fill them with corn on the ear, and also corn that had been cut and taken off of the ear or peeled off. And she would carry those 5-gallon buckets up and down her hill, which was it was not a little hill. It was fairly steep, but she did this almost every single day throughout the winter. And Andrew says she was sturdy. Yes, she was sturdy because she carried those 5-gallon buckets. I remember as kids, we try and help her carry them up the hill and down the hill. But she would carry them up, and then she'd come down, refill them, carry them to the bottom part, because she had woods at the top and at the bottom. And there were paths that were cut all through the woods that they had, and she would all winter long feed the turkey, feed the deer. She had special spots that she had set up that she knew she would place corn in, and she would dust things off, dust the snow away, and throw the cut corn out for the turkey. And she did this pretty much without fail every single day of the winter until it got warm enough that she knew that the animals would have things that they could eat. So we would always see a lot of turkey and a lot of deer on the property because she would feed them. And Andrew says when they would see her, they would come running. Yeah, when the turkeys especially would see her coming out. As she got older, of course, she couldn't do all the walking that she had used to do, or she had been used to doing. And she would feed them from her porch. She would throw out corn every day for them. And when they saw her, she would come, all the turkeys would come running because they knew what they were going to get. So she was very kind to animals, and she loved animals. So that's a really good memory. And we always saw a turkey. They had 100 acres, and a lot of it was cleared. My grandfather worked a lot of his life to clear out the property and make it very nice. And you would see the turkey just going up and down the hill all day long. So Andrew said the babies are cute. They're so fuzzy. It's true. It's true. Okay, so I am going to throw up our email address because some of you might want to buy some of this stuff. So if you do, you can go ahead and take screenshots like we always say. Go ahead and take the screenshots and send us those screenshots either in a message. If you're on Facebook, you can go to our About Us section on Facebook, and there's a link to send us a message there. Or you can go ahead and send us an email if you're on YouTube, or if you just prefer email. All right. These are all first come, first serve. So all those messages and all those emails are time-stamped. So we don't have any, in case some people come in very close, we always play it fair, and it's first come, first serve. Many of these items we only have one of. So you do want to send us that message or that email quickly if you like something. All right. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Andrew said we were having a full moon bonfire the other night. I showed pictures of that, and we had a stag come up upon us and kind of look at us and decide, and then kept on moving along. It was really cool to see. Mary Ann says we have geese. We have geese here as well. We have those Canadian geese They come down here. We have a lot of those around us. If you saw my personal post on my personal Facebook timeline here, I talked about when we were having the bonfire, how it reminded me of home. And I grew up near a lake, and we always had Canadian geese fly in and fly out. So all year long, we would have geese and swans on the lake. It was really nice. Not too many swans, not so often, but once in a while you'd see one, and herons, blue herons as well. Andrew awoke to the sounds of geese flying over the other night or morning. So they must be starting to move about. We've had many geese over the last few years have not left, actually. So that definitely, I think, is a sign that winter is warmer here than it used to be. Many geese are staying throughout the winter here in Pennsylvania when they never used to. They used to always fly away. Let's see here. What else is going on? Susan said it's bright and sunny now. Not much autumnal color yet, maybe after the storms roll through on Sunday. We do not have a lot of color around here either. Most things are turning yellow or brown right away. But again, I think that's very much because we are not getting the swing in temperature that generally trees need to push those reds and oranges. Normally it has to be very cold at night and heat up quite a bit during the day. And when you have that, I guess there's something with the sugar production or the sap production in the trees that pushes for those other different kinds of color. And we've not had that. We've been, the temperatures have not gone below probably 50 some at night. So we're not getting those cold, really chilly autumn nights like we sometimes get. Let's see here. Diane has many hummingbirds feeding right now. We normally, as Andrew said, we normally have hummingbirds in the summer, but this year, my mom usually has literally 100 or so hummingbirds every year, and she barely had any this year. So I don't know what happened, but I heard a lot of people around here, around this area, were talking about they did not have their hummingbirds out as much. Not as many came this year. So I'm hoping nothing happened to them along the way. So I don't know if you've had a lot there, Diane, or not, but we've definitely not had what we normally see here. Andrew said driving to Johnstown last week, there was color on the mountain. Yeah, that hill going up to Johnstown, I think that the temperatures drop. Like the cottage is usually a little bit cooler even than here. So I think up the mountain, those temperatures are changing a little bit more. So they might see more color that way. Teresa's tapping for maple syrup. That's awesome. One of my friends, I don't know if she still does or not, but they used to have a maple syrup production company around here. So that's, I've never gotten to see it done actually though. So I think that's really cool. Susan had a drive-by shooting around her house. That's insane. That's crazy. That's insane. I hope everybody's okay. I hope no one got hurt. All right, what else is going on? Okay, well, keep talking, everyone. Keep chatting. Let me know how you're doing. If you're just tuning in, let us know. We're going to show you, I think what I call this a mashup or something today, because I have a lot of different stuff. And it's all kind of newish because it's coming off the racks in the back that none of this ever got to the store floor. So very excited about that. And I hope you like them too. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn this camera around here and we're going to get started taking a look at all the new to you, maybe, stuff. There we go. All right. Who's ready is right. Who is ready? Are y'all ready? I hope you're ready. Here's the ruler. Here's the penny. And let's get started, all right? I'm going to start today, I think, with, let's start with the Peruvian Ceramic. And I should have sorted this, so I'm going to just sort it here while we're doing a little bit of chit-chatting, because there are a few different colors, and we have multiples of each color, and I just want to make sure I'm not just showing you the same thing over and over again, right? And of course, they're all sticking together now when I'm on camera. And I think that's one of each color there. Nope, missed that one. All right. So if you have questions, again, please let us know. We'll try to answer them as much as we possibly can. I'm still sorting here. I think there's like 2 to 3 of each of these strands. So not a lot, but definitely if you like them, let us know. And you can purchase them by sending us an email or a message on Facebook and taking a screenshot and putting those in that message or email and letting us know. Also, please do send us your email address and your mailing address. I keep forgetting to tell people that. We need both of those things because we're going to email you an invoice. And on that invoice, I need to know where we're shipping to get the right taxes and shipping amounts. So definitely be sure to let me know what your email and shipping address is as well. Okay? All right. First up, we have white. So these are $5 a strand. These are the Peruvian Ceramic. These come from the same factories that are now closed, that do all the little critters and Peruvian things that we do that are on our website and here in the store. Okay, so these are also large hole. Let me see here. These are like 4mm holes. So nice and large if you're working with other fibers, or if you want to use these in some yarn work, or if you're doing anything crochet. These are nice big holes that you can use these. And they are, again, $5 a strand. All right. So we have this color. Isn't that beautiful? That deep kind of almost brown, but red. I love that. It's one of my favorite colors. We have this light purple. We have a dark purple. Hello, Janice. Good to see you here. I read a post today of yours, and I'm sorry things are happening over there. I hope we're sending good energy your way. We have dark navy blue or royal blue. We have black. We have this yellow-orange color. I don't know if I should call it yellow or orange. It's kind of in between. Then we have this nice kind of bright red. We have a nice fall brown. And we have a light pink. A light blue. Andrew says tangerine on that one. That's a good color. Tangerine. Chocolate. And a lime green. So those are the colors. $5 a strand. These are handmade, hand-painted in Peru. There are no more of these, I don't think, to be gotten. The factories have been closed. They had to close over COVID, and they are now closed completely. They are not reopening. This was a very sad thing that happened because of COVID, but these Peruvian factories are closed. This is Peruvian Ceramic, hand-painted, handmade, large hole, approximately 4mm or so holes in each one of these. You can see very large holes, $5 a strand. If you're interested, send us a message and let us know which colors you would like. All right. Andrew says we can name all the colors after food, right? There you go. Kathy says, pretty beads, what are they made of? They're ceramic, Peruvian ceramic. That's okay. Don't worry. Always ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. That's what we're here for. All right. So that is the Peruvian ceramic that I have for you. And as you can see, I have 1 to 3 strands of each color. So if you're looking for those, send us a message and let us know. as soon as you can, because there aren't many left. Well, there aren't many to begin with, and there's no more left after these are sold. We won't be getting more of these. We are not able to. The factories have closed. We bought up as much as we were able to afford to in the first place. All right. Then we just came out and we have new Pewty spacers. New Pewty spacers. So let me see. I'm going to have to open each one of these, I think. No, so Andrew said he just tried to order more last week of the Peruvian Ceramic. They said the shipping was shut down. He said they might actually reopen the warehouse, but not in the foreseeable future. So there you go. That's it for now, at least. We hope they reopen. I would love them to reopen the factories and whatnot. But so these little Pewties, these are kind of like cubes, right? Cubes with a hole that goes through the corners. So you have, we always sell them in these little seed bead tubes, and they're $3 a tube. All right. Andrew said the suitcase when we did these Pewties was so heavy we couldn't pick them up. It was true. We had a rolly suitcase, thank goodness. Oh, Andrew said the factory is definitely shut down completely. They're not reopening, but the warehouse, if they have any stock left, might reopen. So there you go. So there you go, Pewty spacers, $3 each for those. Then we brought in these little Pewty spacers. Now these are Pewty, they call Pewties because they're made out of pewter, but they are lead and cadmium free. And these are just nice little flowers. So if you like those, let us know. We can send those out to you. Again, all of these are $3 a tube. And there's another kind, another style there. Leave it there for a moment to take a screenshot if you'd like. And again, you get it one tube. We just fill the tube, we pack it down as much as we can, fill it up. So each tube may have a different amount in them. They're not really done by any like scientific way, but they should generally be close to the same. These are really nice. These are fairly large hole, and I'm going to say probably 2mm hole on those. Yeah, there's about 2mm hole, just little silver spacers. So I'll leave them here if you want to take a picture. Just send us a screenshot. And $3 a tube only. Next one. Suzanne says Pewties are fantastic. They are. They are fantastic. There's some other ones. These little kind of rings. And then these are some, what are these? These are really cool. These are like, they're kind of like, I don't know, beans or something, seeds. And they're just kind of, whoops, drop that one. So the hole goes this way through the center. And so let me dump some more out so you can get a better view of them. They're just kind of cool little lumps, right? I just think they're nice. I like this kind of abstract thing. Back in their bottle, back in the case. Tube. Tube's the word I'm looking for. Next up, these little star and moons. And the holes on these run this way. All right. And we have these little stars. And these also have fairly large hole. You'll definitely get like 2mm leather through these. Once though, you're not going to get it back through again. Some people are starting to do multiple runs through things. We've been talking to people lately, so you're not going to get them all through more than once. But and then we got some skulls. Check those out. They go this way. I think we had some skulls before that go that way, but these go ear to ear, right? So there are skulls. And then we have these so the hole goes here to here, and the rest of it is faceted around. All right. And just a few more of these to go. So you can see most of these are silver. We didn't see as many good gold colored ones this time. I really like these. These are going to be hard to show because they're small. And it keeps wanting to zoom incorrectly or focus incorrectly. But these sit like this. So the wire would go through there, and they're a little bit fatter on the top than the bottom. So they would kind of probably sit like little, like this, jaggedy on the string. All right. Oops. These are like this, and then they have these little, boy, that's hard to see. These little, they're kind of like melons, kind of like a melon facet on them. Yeah, I would say melon cut is the best way to describe those. And the last ones we have are the gold colored ones that we have for this round. And these are little cubes, flattened, if you can see that. It's hard to get it to focus. The hole goes through there, and then each side is flattened out. All right. All $3 a tube. If you're interested, let us know. Send us that message or send us that email with a screenshot preferably so we know what you're talking about. Cynthia says those are small and cute. They are. They are. All right. What's up next? Let's go with some African glass. This is West African mixed trade bead strands. Mixed trade bead strands. Come on. They're sticking to each other today. All right. These are some big beads on some of these. So each strand is different. So I'm not going to show you all of them, but I want to show you all the variety or some of the variety you're going to get on these. These are lovely. Now, these are pretty big strands. Let's see, this is 12, 13, 14. These are about 28-inch strands, not counting the extra. I'm just counting where the beads start. And so These are $42 a strand, but they have beautiful West African trade beads on them. Let me show you a few more strands just to show you some of the variety. Andrew said some of the individual beads on some of these are worth high dollar, just so y'all know. Yeah. These strands, they're, like I said, they're $42 a strand. We probably should have priced them a little higher, but you know, we want to make sure you get a good deal from us. So $42 a strand only for nice big strands of beautiful West African glass. Kathy loves the African beads. Thank you, Kathy. They are beautiful. Suzanne says that is a great price. Yeah, you know, when we can give you a good price, we do. You know that. Andrew said some are hand painted, some are sand cast, some are old. Just look at those. Now, I'm going to say this. We only have 10 strands of these available, and I'm not sure if we'll get more. So if you like them, I do suggest you let us know quickly, because I don't think we've ever shown these before. They came in at a time when we were showing something else, and I don't know that we ever showed them. They got put on a shelf after a cleanup before a class, I think, and they've been sitting on my back shelf for quite some time now. And I just remembered going through, well, I didn't actually remember, I was going through stuff and saw they were there and couldn't believe we didn't have these on the store floor. So you're getting the first chance at these. $42 a strand. Andrew said, I thought about picking off my favorites and restringing them, but I wouldn't play y'all like that. Janice says, these are awesome. I have a couple strands of smaller African trade beads I got years ago, and I love them. Yeah, a lot of times we see the smaller strands, like they have all of this size or even smaller, and we have some of those on the store floor. But these strands of big ones, these are incredible. These are incredible. So you can go ahead and take a look. I'm trying to show you a bunch of these as much as I can. You know what? Why don't I just show you all the strands so you can see them? I'm not going to leave them so you can pick out your strand necessarily, because you can try if you're taking screenshots of this, or if you watch again later. If you take screenshots after this, or if you're taking them as we go, I can try to match them up, but generally these are sold randomized. If these go into the online store, that's how they'll be sold. But like I said, for you all, if you want to pick out one, if you have a particular favorite, you can let us know that too, and I can do our best to do that for you. Susan says you could just restring and add a clasp. Yes, you could very, very easily. Look at that one right there. That's cool. Cynthia loves one of the long, greasy blue beads. Is that this one? This one you mean? Beautiful, beautiful. Cynthia says she would make several bracelets out of these. And you definitely could do that as well. Definitely could do that as well. Andrew said the yellow with crosses are called king beads. A strand of them alone, just them, is over $300. I don't know where that one was. I didn't see that one. But that's a nice one, right? That's a nice one. And this is the last strand. There are 10 strands only available. Like I said, I don't know if we'll get any more of these, especially at this price point. You know, prices have gone up, and we never know if we can get these again at this price point. So $42 a strand if you're interested. let us know. All right. Okay. Next, what's next? Next, we're going to venture into some vintage plastic, vintage resin, vintage lucite to show you. Let me grab these. Let me sort these out a little bit. Okay. First up, we have these beautiful blue, and I don't know if these are flowers on them. They look like flowers on them, maybe I'll say. Not 100% sure, but I like these. And I have this in blue and I have this in pink. Blue and pink. And these are, let me check my list here. These are $7 a strand. $7 a strand. All right. So let me just set those there. These are also $7 a strand. These little kind of red. These remind me of that that Avon glassware. Any of you out there have that Avon glassware? My grandmother used to have some, and I see it a lot sometimes in flea markets and things. But that beautiful red color, I love that garnety color. And then these are so much fun. These are all $7 a strand. So much fun. These are some of my favorite of the vintage lucite, vintage plastic beads. And this is the last one. Make a nice fall chunky bracelet. Yes, yes, yes. Orange is my game, says Cindy. These are definitely a beautiful orange. We have some more orange coming up then for you too today. Definitely, definitely, definitely. All right, so those are $7 a strand. If you'd like any of those, take a screenshot. Let us know which ones. Very, very, very limited quantities in these. Most of them, we only have about 2 strands of each. So definitely let us know how many you want if you'd like any of these. And get those messages in quickly if you are interested in these. All right. All right, next, let's take a look at some strands here. I pulled the tray. I'm just going to show you everything in this tray today because we're going to have fun today, right? Oh, that bead came off. So I get it back on. I'm not going to worry about getting it back on right now. But here we have some mixed vintage plastic strands. This one came off. So this is a two bead. We have some leaves on here, some rounds, and just some funky mixed. And these are $7.50 a strand. So we have that one. And we have this one as well, which is similar, but different, right? A little bit different. Also $7.50 a strand. And that is all we have for those mixed ones. We used to have a lot of those, but we've been selling them. These are some of the ones we've had on the store floor for a little bit. But I don't think I ever showed them here. So if you'd like any of those, let us know. This one I got to set aside to doctor that one up. Next up, for Cindy, who likes the orange, check these out. Check these out. Also $7 a strand. Look at that orange. Beautiful orange with the glitter glow. And I do have, what, 5 of these. Beautiful, $7 a strand on those. And next up, we have these. Vintage plastic. I think these are vintage plastic. Vintage lucite, actually. Vintage lucite. And these are $5 for the strand. They're kind of a very, very hint of green. Mostly like a pale white. But they have a hint, just a tiny hint of green. Cynthia says, I love that hot orange. These here. Says I would pair it with kyanite. Yeah, that'd be fun, right? That nice blue and orange. That'd be fun together. And then, let's see, vintage lucite again at $12 a strand for these chunky monkeys. Check that out. These go corner to corner. $12 for the strand there. Here, I'll leave these here too so you can see those. Then we have these kind of fun rings. Cindy loves mixing orange with pink or fuchsia. Yeah, that's a good combination too, right? So we have these rings, and these are $8 a strand, and they are vintage lucite as well. Vintage lucite as well. Next up, we have some German resin. German resin. Andrew says some of these he thinks are from his old school private stash. Cindy says, you know, I spelled that wrong. I know I don't know if you did. Fuchsia in Spanish, I think. It looks right to me. Maybe there's no H in it. I can't remember. Anyway, these are German resin, $6.50 each. Kind of that moon glow look. We have some more of that kind of moon glowy German resin, vintage German resin. This is that kind of almost shampoo effect, right? Andrew says some of these he got from Heather DeSimone back in the day. And then we have this strand, which is vintage lucite, chocolate brown teardrops, $6 a strand. I like these because they really have that kind of teardroppy look, right? They get really, really small up at the tip. I like that. Sometimes you don't see stuff like that, right? All right, so there's that batch. There's that batch. If you want any of those, take a screenshot, let us know which ones. And next up, we have some vintage lucite. These are 3 hole beads. 3 hole beads. Teresa says this is like going into a fudge and candy shop, right? You're getting all the weird kind of funky fun stuff today. I love the vintage resin and vintage plastic and stuff because it's just so fun and you don't see stuff like this anymore. So I wanted to put it all together for you today and show you most of the selection that we have right now. Andrew said she closed her shop a while ago, so the only way to get these now is from us or a time machine. So there you go. So this is vintage lucite, 3 hole beads in a turquoise color, $10 for the strand if you're interested in those. Big Tila, says Cynthia, right? That's what it looks like. Big Tilas. We also have those available at the same price in a darker blue, but with a slight curve, right? So if you're doing a bracelet, these are flat. These have a slight curve, and these are 3 hole as well. Those rectangular blue beads have a 60s pop art sensibility. They really do. That's what I love about this vintage plastic, vintage lucite. It was done during that time, and it was fun, right? They had fun with making these beads, and people had fun designing with them. And if you get some of these beads, I can't wait to see what you all design with these. Okay, next up, we have some vintage lucite tubes. Vintage lucite tubes. And these are kind of a gray, brown, kind of stripy effect on them. Let me show you these. And these are $6 for the strand. But check that out. Very cool. Almost like a wood effect. So there those are. So I'll let you take a screenshot of these if you'd like any of those. Let's see, they were $10, $10, and $6 in case I forgot to tell you any of the prices. All right, now let's take a look at these. These are $12 a strand. Check these out. $12 a strand. That's a good price. We would probably not get these for that price. These have been sitting in our storage for a while. I'm not sure if these came from Andrew's collection or not. But look at those. $12 only a strand for those big ones. And I love the color in these. And we have 3 strands of them available. And that's it. And I don't know if you'll ever see these again. So if you love them, get them. I love them. I like having them in the store, but I'll be happy to send them off into the world. He says very cool, like potluck jello, right? Yeah, they have that kind of jello effect. Andrew says, I know where they're from. Andrew remembers the sources a lot better than me. And sometimes he knows because they were in his stash for a long time. Andrew says they're definitely closed where they came from, so no more of these either. Looks like Jello salad. Janice is agreeing, right? So it's super fun. Only $12 a strand. Could definitely charge more on those, but you know, we've had them here a while. The price stays as it is, right? I'm not going to go through and reprice everything, even though we could. All right. Next up, now some of you have seen some of these before, I know. But I'm going to show them to you again because we have a few left, just a few. We've been selling these to younger people lately, and they're making some cool kind of funky things out of them. So we have German resin. This is $8 for the strand. Uh-oh, things are falling off my shelf in the back. That's what happens when you start to move stuff around, right? Hello, Dale. Thanks for joining in. So these are fun. Only a few strands of these left. I think we have 2 strands left. German resin, $8 a strand. Then we have more German resin. And these are the ones that young people have been buying to make some funky things and have some fun with. So we have them in 3 colors. They are 2-sided. And these ones are $8 a strand as well. $8 a strand as well. So there you are. Put these back on their appropriate places here. And now, next up and last up, we have a few things that have been sitting around here that I know 100% certain have not been shown to you, have not been on the store floor. These are brand new to us, to you. They are vintage resin, and they are beautiful. So let's start out with some beautiful orange. Now, all these last strands I'm showing you, they're $14 each. And they're awesome vintage resin. So there's that one. We have this beautiful rainbow of Rondelles. A rainbow of Rondelles. I love alliteration. Okay. Susan says, I was thinking my kitten was visiting you all. He likes to knock stuff over, except he's on his scratcher, right? I know. Let's see what else we have. Here's some Here's some rainbow kind of tubes or cylinders. Now, I don't think I told you this. There's only one strand of each of these. Everything I'm showing you, only one strand. So if you want it, you must be the first to send us a message to get it. And how about these? See what I mean? This stuff was fun, right? This is some fun stuff. And it could make some fun earrings, fun bracelets, just awesome stuff. Here's some rainbow in these kind of flat rectangles. Okay, so there you go. There's the first batch of these. If you'd like any of these, take a screenshot, send it to us. There's only one strand of each. So you are seeing the strand you will get if you claim, and you're the first to claim. Julie says each of these is really beautiful. They are. They really are. Cynthia, I love those juicy rainbows. Me too. The tubes are cute just as they are, right? I think they all are, really. But I could see these being made into some fun kind of mod earrings, bracelets, beautiful stuff. All right, let's clear the decks and show you the next few batches. Check these out. That's a color you don't see much, right? That kind of pale blue, icy blue. That's definitely kind of retro. That screams retro to me. Susan says you made something with a twiggy vibe. Definitely. Whoops. So that's 14. All these are $14, by the way. $14. Asheville Skies. Yeah, beautiful blue, right? And then some nice vintage red rounds. Robin says they sound cool. That sound, I like that sound. I like that sound. Right? $14, red rounds. Let's see. Here's some other chunkies. Check these out. And these are not all the same. It's not like the same design over and over again necessarily, right? They're a little bit different, each one. I like that noise, right? Like that noise? Everybody like the noise? Do some ASMR on here. Teresa said, all these beads are exceptional tonight. Thank you so much, Teresa. This is kind of our collection that I don't really show these that much. I never know what people are going to like, but it looks like you all like these, hopefully. So make sure you send in your messages to get them if you do, because like I said, we do not have but one strand of each. Here's some gray kind of pebbles. They make a nice sound. Let's see, what else do we have here? These almost look like Roman glass to me, but these, look at that. Kind of look a little bit like Roman glass to me, but these little beautiful blue cones. Nice sound to them. All right, so there's the next batch. If you'd like any of those, take a screenshot. Send us that screenshot in a message here on Facebook if you're on Facebook, or an email if you're on YouTube, or you can send an email if you're on Facebook if you prefer. All right, Andrew says Pantone correct on those, right? The nice, beautiful gray color. How about this? How about this to go with them? Want to be Pantone correct? Check out those barrels. So there you go. Some nice Pantone colors there for you. So let me throw that down there too. Look how beautiful those are together. That bright blue and that they really make each other pop, I think. Right? Because that's kind of like, it's okay by itself. That's okay by itself. But look, when you put them together, they just pop, they glow like they were meant to be. All right. Next batch. Here's some more orange. How about that? You don't see orange as much, right? Check these out. These large and in charge orange rectangles, center drilled. Those make some nice noises, right? So there you go. We have the orange. All $14 a strand again. $14 per strand. I love these. I love these. I love this shape. It, you know, throws back that 60s or 70s vibe, right? Andrew said he's seen people do amazing things with stamping ink on these. That would be interesting, right? Particularly the flat ones. Suzanne's cat is interested, right? Like those sounds, right? Cats like sounds too. What else do we have? Let's see. How about purple? Check these out. Kind of looks like amethyst there, right? Dogtooth amethyst. Nice sound quality to those. And how about these? Check these out. You know green's my color. I love the green and the red. Coins. Little coffins, Heidi says. Yeah, they kind of do look like it a little bit, right? A little bit off, but close. Beautiful, beautiful. And remember, these are drilled through so you can hang things in here too. If you want to suspend something, you can suspend it in there. All right. So what's up next? Let's take a look at this shape. This little twisted rectangle, kind of, I guess, twisted rectangle. And these are a beautiful kind of dark purple, tending toward the blue side of purple, I'm going to say. Cindy said, I'd love to play around with brick stitch around those open shapes. That'd be cool too, right? Next up, these look like marble to me, right? Little beautiful gray, white. And how about some red jellies? They look like jellies to me. Good sound on the beads. And how about some giant green glowy jellies? Look at that. Look at those. Trying to give you kind of a shape on those, just to show you kind of what they look like. Julie said, I just told myself that I can't buy any more beads for a while, and now you show these, right? Look at that. Look at that. And then we have these. Andrew's asking, is the bullseye in there too? Which bullseye? Bullseye inside of these in the pattern, or bullseye beads? I think I have something coming up that looks like that. Look at these. I love this. I love when they take these and, you know, slice them like that. Those, where were we had the Pewties like that earlier today, right? Where are they? Where'd they go? Am I making things up? Maybe I was looking at something else. No, it was these. It was the gold ones. It was the gold ones. They did that same kind of thing on those, right? How fun is that? They do look like sea glass. They definitely look like sea glass. Now remember, everybody, everyone's getting excited about these, but remember, there's only one strand of each left, right? Only one strand of each left. We only got one of each strand. So we're not going to be getting any more of these. I don't think we'll see these again necessarily. So definitely, if you want these have been sitting on a shelf for probably, I'm afraid to even say how long these have probably been here. So these weren't even just recently bought. So if you like what you see, make sure you get them. They're only $14 a strand for this vintage beauty. All right. And the last batch and the last of everything I'm going to show you today starts out with what Andrew may have been talking about. I don't know if these are the ones he's talking about. These. Check those out. They're kind of like moons or bullseyes, off-center bullseyes, right? But it looks like a moon cycle, right? I love these so much. Andrew said, we will not be getting more of these. They sold off their entire collection. This was from their private stash. Marion says, ooh, so neat, right? Andrew said, these are very rare. Maybe I should have upped the price on these. I didn't know that, but we got a good deal. Well, we got a decent deal, right? Enough we can do 14 on these. Next up, check these ones out. You like the orange? We got the orange too. Andrew says these are very, very rare. So you're getting a deal today if you grab those. Most of these are probably very rare, actually. And then we have butterflies. Butterflies. These, I think, would make such funky, cool earrings. I can't even handle it. Like, I want to see these made into earrings like today. I think they're so cool. So you have those. You have these kind of almost, they're a brown, almost carnelian kind of coloring, right? So there are those. I'm going to leave these here because I have some more and they're not going to fit here. So take your screenshots now if you want these. And then we have a red. Andrew says you could turn these into a big necklace too. Wouldn't that be awesome? One big necklace made of these. So funky cool. So retro. I would love it. So there you go. And only $14. Like, if you can't sell a pair of earrings made out of 2 of those for $14, there's something wrong, right? Those are amazing. So definitely grab those if you like them. And the last one of the evening are these butterflies, the pink and purple. The pink and purple. All right. So, as I said, if you'd like to claim anything tonight, take a screenshot of it. Send us that screenshot in a message if you're on Facebook, or an email if you'd prefer, or if you're on YouTube. Make sure you send us your email address and your shipping address as well, so we can make sure we get that invoice right out to you. I will not be getting through these until probably, again, the end of this weekend or the beginning of next week. So don't worry if you don't hear back from us right away. But we're still training people in store and getting people up to speed. So it's taking me a little bit more time to get through some of this. But once we have people up to speed, we should be back to full speed again, which I'm very excited about. All right. So let me flip the camera around here really quickly, hopefully, at least semi-quickly, as quickly as possible. And I'm going to boost this up and turn this around. There we go. Hello. Hello again, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed those. You know, this is part of the vintage plastic and vintage lucite resin collection that we have in store. I have shown you a lot of what we have. We do have a few more pieces here and there laying around, but I just want to give you a glimpse. I never know what people are going to like, you know, so if there's something you would like to see, let us know in the comments. And we're always looking through the comments, you know, to see what people might want and what we can find. If we have something that we can dig up, sometimes that's possible too. So I hope you like this. I hope you're having an amazing Friday, and I hope you all enter into the weekend feeling good, feeling healthy, with good energy, and we will see you back here on Monday. All right. So you all have a wonderful, fantastic weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday. Bye, everybody.